Okay, hi everybody. So, day five. What can I say about day five? Um, Lost all the footage for day five while I was filming on my SD card. I guess while I was filming on my SD card, an SD error popped up and it corrupted my files. I guess because while I was trying to upload all my videos and edit day five for you guys. Um, they edit day 5 and 6 for you guys. One of my chips got an error, deleted all my footage for day 5, so yeah. So let's just talk about day 5. So I ended up getting a hitch from Blairsville to Neil's Gap. An older gentleman picked me up in his pickup truck. Very nice, very kind. He was like, he said he was like 81 years old. He said that he just turned 81 years old last week. So that was pretty cool. You know, yeah, he picked me up and dropped me off at Neil's Gap. Went into Mountain Crossings, saw Ivytat again, I said hi to him again. From Neil's Gap, you are gonna go over, I remember a lot of hills. It was like 8 or 9 good hills, but one of them is the hardest. I would say it's very hard because it is so steep. It's like literally like 45 degrees. When I was walking up this with my trekking poles, my knees were almost hitting my stomach. That's how elevated this mountain was. It's after Tesnaki Gap. After Tesnaki Gap, you're gonna come down, right? And then you're gonna come to this little small parking lot, Tesnaki Gap, and then you're gonna start this incline. And let me tell you, like, that one was tough. I remember that one. I would say that's like one of the hardest. Yeah, I would say it's up there. So just be prepared for that. What else? Don't stock up on so much food, because I restocked when I stayed at Blairsville. I restocked on some food, like a lot of food, and regretted it that first hill I went up from Neil's Gap, and it just continues. Like I said, I went over 8 or 9 hills. One of them was just definitely remember. I would definitely remember that one. It's after Tesnaki Gap. I went to Low Gap Shelter. I did 11.5 miles to Low Gap Shelter. Those hills are just ridiculous. While I was hiking, I also met a couple. They lived around the area, very nice. They were just day hiking. They just moved to the area. They told me, they said that their kid wanted to hike the AT too. So, they were asking me about my pack, and it was really nice. They were really nice. So when I got to Low Gap Shelter, very, very, very nice shelter. I wish I had some photos of that shelter. It's like at the bottom of like a mountain, so you're like overlooking all these hills. There's a stream running by. There's like this big ass tree that's just been cut, like it kind of fell over, so you can see all the roots at the bottom. The privy was a little bit of a walk. The water source was really right next there because the stream is just right there. The shelter was decent. So when I stayed at Low Gap Shelter, I saw an older gentleman come by. The same older gentleman that stayed with us, that set up his tent, I believe, on night 2 at Gooch Gap Shelter with me, Noah, and he set up his tent. So I got to see him again. I told him what happened to Noah, and you know, he was shocked too, you know, and and yeah, and his name is Farrell. He does have a YouTube channel. He does mention me in his YouTube channel. I subscribe to him if you guys want to check out his channel. So yeah, he's a real good person, really kind, really knowledgeable. He's like he hiked the AT back in 2000. Um, um, I believe he said 2 years ago he hiked the AT, and he also hiked the PCT. So he's very experienced. So I was asking him about some gear, and you know, he gave me some good information. You know, um, yeah, Farrell. Thanks. If you do watch this, you know, thank you for everything. You know, your conversations really just brought light to conversations, really just lighting me up. It was just nice to just have a conversation, like a good conversation with another hiker. He wasn't hiking to Virginia. He's actually going backwards. So what he was doing is just section hiking, I believe, like just like hiking down, down, and then grabbing a ride, and then just hiking more down. Like he's basically hiking south and driving all the way back north, then hiking back down south. I'm definitely gonna see him down the trail. So we were telling like stories and stuff by the picnic table in front of the shelter. You know, I really enjoyed that. And then another southbound hiker doing the same thing like him. His name is JT. He showed up, so he stayed in the shelter. Farrell again set up his tent up the hill, so that was pretty neat. Yeah, I'm just so bummed out that I lost all this footage. Because let me tell you, that hill was something. The Tesniki Gap Hill. You guys are gonna remember that hill, definitely. If you guys thought it was, easy after Blood Mountain, or, that it was gonna be that, no. I think that just puts you right back into place. So, yep, that was day 5 for you guys. Alright.